I read 19 books in April, and I'm gonna tell you today whether I think you should read them or not. Hey guys, it's Francesca, and today I'm going to go over every single book that I read in the month of April, which was a lot. It was 19 books, and I'm going to give you a yes, no, maybe on whether you should read them too. We're just going to keep it short and sweet, so let's get started. The first one is a historical romance, and is The Duke and Lady Scandal by Christy Carlyle. Now, I haven't read a Christy Carlyle in a while, and I think if you like spy romances, then definitely yes. Otherwise, I would say maybe. Then it was a cozy fantasy-ish, and it's Bound and Tied by A.K. Caggiano, part of the Villains and Virtue series, and for this one I'm gonna go with a maybe. There were things about it that I liked, but other things it was just okay. However, if you want something quite original, I would say yes. And then speaking of original, my next book definitely was for me, and that's A Duke Never Tells by Susan Enoch. Double mistaken identity, lots of fun. I definitely think for a unique plot alone, yes. I'm gonna keep going with those unique plots, and the next one is The Bone King and the Starling by Elizabeth Stevens. Absolute yes. Definitely unique. Definitely check your trigger warnings though. And again with unique, Sunastara and the Venusian by Jess K. Hardy. Space Cruise, I mean, how can you say no? Definitely yes. Definitely unique and definitely something that you haven't read before. The next one was a duology that I read. So it's a fantasy romance starting with The Bastard King, and then the second book is The Uncrowned King. So I definitely recommend reading both because you get the full story, and definitely go with a yes on this one. I think this is great for fans of Rebecca Yarros. Although it's actually funny to say that this is for fans of Rebecca Yarros because I actually consider Donna Grant to be the original Dragon Queen. Next, a historical romance. I did read a lot of historical romance last month. Someone to Watch Over Me by Lisa Kleypas. This is one of her older books. I think this one has been rewritten. I didn't find any problem with it. I loved it just as much as I love every Lisa Kleypas book. So definitely a yes for me. Up next, I dove into another historical romance series from a new to me author technically. I mean, this is new to me in the sense of historical romance, but I have read this author in contemporary romance under her other pen name. The first book is Don't Let Your Dukes Grow Up to Be Scoundrels by Louisa Darling, which is definitely yes. And then the second book was Where Have All the Scoundrels Gone by Louisa Darling. Definitely yes as well. Probably like the first one a little bit more than the second one, but still so enjoyable, both of them. Absolutely love it, and I can't wait to read more from her. Now, in case you're wondering, her contemporary pen name is Louisa Edwards. The next one is an upcoming release for a historical / contemporary. It's a time travel romance, and it's The Austen Affair by Madeline Bell. That is definitely a yes. I had a great time reading it. So if you're a Jane Austen fan, this is a must, no question about it. Next was a contemporary romance. I know I haven't had a lot of those lately, and that is actually by design. It was one of my goals for this year. But this one was Scotch on the Rocks by Elliot Fletcher. Absolutely yes. I love this book. I cannot recommend it enough. I think it comes out in June though. Next was Broken Souls and Bones by L.J. Andrews. I'm gonna go with maybe on this one. If you like your fantasy heavy on the politics but also a bit slow building, then yes. If you want something that's a bit more fast-paced and jumps right into action, then maybe not. Next was Enigma by Runix, and this one is another one that I'm gonna be maybe on. I think if you enjoyed Nocticadia, and obviously if you enjoyed Gothicana by Runix, then definitely yes, but it is also a bit slow going. So if you're not super into the slow building, then maybe skip. Detective Aunty by Uzma Jalaluddin. I love this author. I definitely like her romances a bit more than I enjoyed this cozy mystery. But if you are looking for a touch of mystery, then yes. Is it the most unique and fun cozy mystery? Maybe not. The next was another contemporary, and it's 10 Trends to Seduce Your Best Friend by Penny Reid. This one is an older title, and I've had this one on my TBR for a really long time. I'm gonna go with an absolute yes on this one. If you haven't gotten around to reading this one yet from back then definitely add it to your TBR now. The next one is another contemporary, and it's Miss V's Hot Girl Summer by A.H. Cunningham. This one is definitely going to be a yes. It is flirty. It was just a fun and unique read, and also quite steamy as well. And then I'm closing things out with two more historical romances, and that was actually from our League of Lusty Ladies book club for the month. The first one was In Which Margot Halifax Earns Her Shocking Reputation. Absolute yes, I adored it, I loved it. And then the second book in that series, In Which Matilda Halifax Learns the Value of Restraint. Definitely yes on that one. I probably like this second book more than the first one, even though I loved both of them. But if you haven't tried a historical rom-com, just this might be the one that you'd start with. Just so much fun. And that's it. That's all 19 books that I read in the month of April, and whether I think you should try them out or not. I actually had a great reading month, which is quite surprising. I feel like sometimes I have a lot more duds, but I have been more intentional with what I pick up. I have been going more for genres that I'm in the mood for, and definitely picking whatever is that I feel like I want to read in the moment. Basically, I'm just going with the flow of what I want to be reading in the moment. But I hope that you pick up some of these books, and if you do, let me know in the comments what you thought of them, or if you've read any of them, what did you think of them yourself? As always, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss any videos from us. And don't forget to subscribe to our free Substack so you get notified of all the latest content that we post across all of our platforms. If you're looking for how you can make your reading a bit more intentional for this season, I have this other video where you can find some tips on how you can have a better reading ritual, maybe a reading corner, some decor tips, and even what kind of tropes really match with the vibe of right now. So head on over to that video so you can check out more. I'll see you over there.